Did Europeans discover America first? The Clovis Solutrean Enigma. Now that's a topic that gets history buffs buzzing. Imagine this. 13,000 years ago, in what we now call North America, a prehistoric culture known as the Clovis people left behind some pretty distinctive stone tools, like those fluted projectile points. These artifacts were first unearthed near Clovis, New Mexico, and for a long time the Clovis folks were hailed as the first inhabitants of the Americas. They likely trudged over from Siberia across the Bering land bridge during the last ice age. But here's where it gets spicy: the Solutrean culture. These Europeans lived in what's now France and Spain around 21,000 to 17,000 years ago, crafting finely made bifacial stone points. Some archaeologists, like Dennis Stanford and Bruce Bradley, noticed that these Solutrean points look suspiciously similar to Clovis points. So they cooked up the Solutrean hypothesis. What if these Solutrean people crossed the Atlantic along the ice edge during the Ice Age, using primitive boats or hopping across ice floes? They could have hunted seals and birds, eventually reaching North America well before the Beringia migration. Proponents of this theory highlight tool-making techniques. Both Solutrean and Clovis points use overshot flaking. Pre-Clovis sites on the US East Coast, like Meadowcroft Rock Shelter in Pennsylvania and Cactus Hill in Virginia. DNA studies hinting at a sprinkle of Western Eurasian ancestry in early Native American. But hold on, most archaeologists aren't buying it. The time gap between Solutrean and Clovis cultures is massive, with no clear transitional evidence. No Solutrean artifacts have cropped up along the proposed route or intermediate sites like Greenland. Genetic data leans heavily towards an Asian origin for the first Americans. Critics suggest the similarities in stone tools might just be convergent evolution, different folks coming up with similar solutions independently. So while the Clovis Solutrean Enigma is fascinating and sparks heated debates, it remains speculative without the solid evidence needed to challenge the Beringia-based model. But hey, it sure keeps our curiosity about human prehistory alive and kicking. Catch you in the next deep dive into history.